Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rodeo Time podcast. Very special guest today. He's got not one, but several gold buckles. The one and only Sage Kimzey. I should have worn my big one.
Yeah, you should have.
Dang. I just took it off, too. We could have compared buckles.
Yeah. Well, yours would be bigger.
Well, pretty classic line. Old Donnie Gay.
Yeah, 8X got you for sure. I did love that one.
He said, no, I want enough to cover it up, though, which you have too.
Yep, that's
Sage
fair.
has also won enough to cover up my buckle. Yep. God, that's funny.
Oh, I thought that was just, and it was so Donnie coded, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was instant, just so witty, so everything just.
He got a kick out of that.
So good.
Yeah, I was a little like, got like 2 or 3 million views. I was like, okay, it's not that funny. But anyways.
The funniest part to me would be how funny Donnie would have thought it was.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Laughing at his own joke.
You know he'd have got a kick out of it, for sure. Pat himself on the back.
Yeah. God, that's funny.
No, he's great.
Do you see yourself doing as much commentating as he does?
Hard saying, man. I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's I've never been a guy that's like, everybody's like, oh, what are you going to do after riding bulls? Man, I have no idea, honestly. And it's kind of been by design, right? Like, it's just, there's no plan B. There's no whatever. Like, I have full faith in myself to go be successful doing whatever it is. I love the sport, love giving back to it. So, I mean, I did a little bit of commentating in 22 when I had my shoulder redone. And, so, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, had fun with it, whatever. But, I mean, as far as future plans, I really don't have any.
Yeah. Gotcha. Dang, we kind of started at the end. Well, let's start at the beginning because I want to. Yeah, we'll rewind. Before we do that, I know you got gold buckles, so I'm gonna give you this silver. It's called the Texas Round, Texas Precious Metals. We actually have they've got a coin with the PRCA, the UFC. Cody Webster has a coin. Dale Brisby soon has a coin, but pretty neat. There, but that's
awesome. Thank you very much.
Real silver too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
that's beautiful.
Texmetals.com. So, thanks for bringing us this podcast. But I've been curious about just the beginning of your bull riding career because grew up in Oklahoma, no?
Yeah, Western Oklahoma.
Yeah. And so, I mean, everybody saw you when you were on the scene. Yeah. But take us back to the beginning.
Oh, man. Yeah, I guess how far do we go back? Grew up in a rodeo family, I guess, for those that don't know. Dad was a barrel man. He rode rough stock in college and stuff. Mom was a rodeo queen, ran barrels and stuff. And I guess just the synopsis of all of it would be, grew up in a rodeo family, had a pretty good sized ranch up in Western Oklahoma that we were always just little redneck Western kids out there, riding horses and helping with the ranch and just taking care of stuff. And just rodeos every weekend. Worked all the events growing up. Bull riding was always like my favorite, and it was the one that I was the best at, and all the things. Fast forward, I guess, had some success in like the steer riding and stuff.
Trey,
older sister as well. She's a pharmacist, and her and she's married to Will O'Connell now, so they
good
championship her rodeo, and so they're doing their thing. So yeah, I mean, really just kind of grew up family affair, right? And I think sister was probably like the one that just like loved horses, loved rodeo, this and that. So like little brothers were, come on right behind. And it's like I said, bull riding was always kind of my favorite and the one I had the most success at. And kind of the older I got, the more I kind of phased out of all the other events, just didn't really care for them. Hated taking care of horses, hated like doing all that. I just wanted to be kind of, the wild bull rider growing up. And got into high school. Dad really pushed me into riding broncs. Because he was, and he's not wrong, like he was like, hey, you can do this a lot longer than you can ride bulls for, right? So did that for a couple years, made high school nationals once or twice, and ended up, like I just never had a heart.
Bronc?
Yeah.
Super cool.
I just never had a heart for it. Like I was okay at it, but just never, like it never did it for me.
Yeah, you bet.
And like I got to the point that well, I got good enough that like I'd either make an okay little spur ride, whatever, or just like almost die because you're a long way from the ground. I didn't have the whole self-preservation thing figured out quite yet. They were just like, move your feet, you'll figure it out, and I took that to heart. But yeah, like I was like an okay high school bronc rider, right?
Yeah.
And then, so long story short, I broke my foot or my ankle 1 year before high school nationals, junior year, I guess. And I got smashed in the chute at IFYR, which that like terrified me. I know it sounds weird.
On a bronc?
Oh yeah. Yeah. One flipped on me and like smashed me bad. And
that's not weird to be terrified by that.
Dude, like, and so that's the thing. I have a weird thing. Like I don't really feel a lot of fear though. Like I'm not a guy that gets scared about a whole lot. And like,
I believe
didn't
that
like
about
it,
you.
dude.
You look, I mean, you got the stone cold look on your face all the time. So I 100% believe that.
Yeah. It's just one of those things. Like I don't really feel that emotion like most people do, I think, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those deals like it flipped and it was like I had zero control. And I think that was like probably the start of like busting the saddle bronc rider egg in me. And then got on with the broken foot. And dude, it never worse. The horse took a little scoot out there, I don't know, probably 20 foot or so, and then set up to crack. And I remember like first time I put weight on that stirrup, I was like, oh no, like this is no good. And that was the last horse I got on.
Oh, so you broke it in the chute.
I broke my foot. I broke my foot in a bull riding. I broke my foot in a bull riding at IFYR like the week before.
Okay.
And then I was like, oh, whatever. Like I can go, I
so
can
you
go
knew
tough it
broke.
out. Yeah,
Gotcha.
knew it was broke, knew everything. Like we had it taped up, whatever. Like, not a big deal. It was a big deal. I wasn't tough enough for it. So
Yeah.
that kind of busted the egg. And then actually, so whenever the whole ERA thing happened, all around was wide open, of course. Like Trevor had just dominated it for years. And I was looking at it and I was like, man, I rode some broncs back in the day. Like talked to a bunch of team ropers. They were like, dude, come on, we can win 3,000. But I was like, man, not really a team roper. I don't want to like backdoor my way into winning an all around title. And so anyway, I was like, man, they're the Bronx. Talked to Jacobs Crawley. And he's like, Corco's got the nicest little set of horses ever. Come to find out, that's probably true if you're a bronc rider.
Yeah.
But if you're a bull rider, like, man, I need something that's just going to like run across there and like be okay. So I probably got on the ERA or whatever year that was, 15, 16, something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It was one of those years. I probably got on like 3 or 4 broncs and like legitimately almost died on all of them. And I was like, okay, I'll hang it back up. Had to turn out of the bull ride. And this is where my breaking point was. We were at Dickinson, North Dakota, maybe. So I won Reno in the bulls, fly to Dickinson for the matinee perf the next day. And dude got dashboarded so hard, like wrecked me out. Had to
on a bronc?
Had to turn out my bull that night. And I was like, okay, what are we doing? Started the 4th of July run this way, like wrecked out, mucked out. And I was like, okay, this is too much. I can't do this.
It's funny that Jacobs is the one that helped you because he did the exact same thing with being a bull ride. I mean, he's a bronc rider and he had been on bulls. And I think y'all's stories are similar. It's all, I mean, everybody in high school does everything and little in college. And he got on a few bulls.
Oh, yeah.
And could kind of warm some up and rode a spinner of Danny Reagan's to like 7.8 or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was all at the same time. So, like, I was pretty, at the time, like...
Oh, was it?
This, at the time, so me and the Crawleys were like, we'd see each other everywhere. Like, we were buddies, right? For sure. Me and Sterling and Richie would always go play golf and stuff. And, so this would all have been about the same time. Like, Jacobs was the one that put me in contact with Dave Dahl to get a saddle and stuff. And, I was in her, dude. Like, I was about it. And then really shortly wasn't. But yeah, I mean, anyway, getting back to original question, I guess. So always struggled like moving up age groups because I was really small. Like it took me a long while for like my body to really develop. Like I probably didn't hit puberty till sophomore year of high school. So I was itty bitty, like no muscle, no strength, no nothing. And so like it'd get to the point, whatever age group you're talking about, like 9 to 11 or 10 to 12 or whatever. Like if I was at the top of an age group, like I was doing pretty good, but it was really hard for me to move up age divisions just because of my size and stature. So yeah, like really kind of struggled on and off and was just always hurt growing up. Never got high school nationals healthy. Like I had compartment syndrome 1 year, broken foot the next, broken riding hand the next year. So like was just kind of like never on anybody's radar through high school and stuff because of that. went to SWASU there at Weatherford, Oklahoma for college. And again, like kind of had like some marginal success to that point, I guess. And rodeo coach Mike Wisniewski was like really instrumental in me, like, I guess taking it serious and just like taking care of business. And yeah, started just like kind of having some success in college. So I broke my hand right before we went into the fall semester because I graduated high school early. So I was 17 whenever I started college, and then broke my hand going in that fall semester. Didn't really do any good. Made a couple short rounds, and that was it. And then that spring was when I kind of like put everything together.
So you'd have been about 18.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have turned 18 that August of that fall, like right after we started school.
Yeah.
And then it was probably like March or April that next year where it started like really coming together.
Yeah. And then where'd you go to school?
Weatherford, Oklahoma, SWASU.
Yeah. So did you get your permit?
Bought my permit, yeah, like right whenever I turned 18. So got it, whatever, went to the buck and stock sale out there was the permit something. I don't know if it was the permit finals by that point or not. I think it was just like permit holders can come and enter and get on at the Benny Binion sale.
I remember that.
So like went out there, and then in the bull riding it's tough because you really don't get into anything until you have qualifications. So I entered everything. I think I got into like 3 rodeos up until like May-ish. And they were terrible little winter rodeos that didn't pay a whole lot. I say terrible. They were not high-paying little winter rodeos that were like really tough to go win at because every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's got a bull rope's wanting to make the NFR, so he's ended up going.
Yeah.
I'm just an 18-year-old kid in college, balancing college, living on my own, trying to figure it all out, like just a dumb kid, honestly, trying to figure it all out. And
did you have it on your mind to break Donnie's record at the time?
Kind of in the back of my mind, maybe, but like didn't think I was like that. I guess I didn't know how good I was. You know what I mean? Because it was one of those things like I was really kind of figuring it all out. So like junior year of high school, and this is all like very old numbers now because this would have been 2010. I'd won like 40,000 on just going to open rodeos around the house. Like it was a bunch of money for a 16-year-old kid. Kidding. You know what I mean? And like it was the point I was like, man, like I could do this like as a career. Like this could be what I actually do to make a living. And then next summer broke my hand, so really didn't get to like experience real success as a senior, I guess. And then it was straight into college for me. So it's like I didn't really know how good I was. You know what I mean? Like I won a bunch at the high school rodeos. Okay, cool. Like, and we had a bunch of like the PBR long round bulls there at that time. They were coming to our high school rodeos. So like I knew I could ride some good bulls, but what does that mean? Didn't really know.
Yeah. Yeah. So back to your permit year, you're 18, and how'd that first permit year finish?
Yeah, awesome. So that was the one thing I feel like I've always been really good at, and this is all like subconsciously. I didn't never know that I was doing it at the time, but I feel like I've been really good at like surrounding myself with people that I needed to be around at that time. And the one thing that I knew I needed to learn how to rodeo because I had no idea, and the business part of it's like, I mean, it's not half of it, but it's a lot of it, especially like, learning when the good bulls are going to be up and this and that, and like just figuring out how to go rodeo, how to win. And again, like I'd only been living away from my parents for a few months at that point, so like I was literally just figuring out life as a whole. But yeah, just kind of jumped in head first, jumped in with a good buddy of mine, Jesse Pullman, and like we went and just rodeoed, and like he was the circuit director at the time, so like he just taught me all the business side of it, right? And it was what I needed at that time. Made a deal with myself that I was going to go win the circuit, like no questions asked. So really just kind of circuit rodeoed all that year. Went to a couple big rodeos, like went to Cheyenne and went to Lovington's X Bulls, but everything else was in the circuit. Like I went to like 45 circuit rodeos or something crazy in the Prairie Circuit.
Dang.
Yeah.
Golly.
It was literally like every circuit rodeo and co-approved rodeo there was. We went to all of them.
What percentage of bulls do you think you were riding at that time?
Probably 60.
Really?
Ish, yeah. It hasn't really fluctuated. Like my percentage hasn't really fluctuated. But again, like I was going and getting on circuit bulls too. Like it wasn't like, I was going and getting on PBR short rounders the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah. And at that time, like I think I set the permit money record or whatever, which was, 48,000 or whatever it was plus ground money, but they didn't count that back then.
How are you having your conversation As an 18-year-old looking back, how did the conversation sound in your head after a buck off?
Man, I think I kind of viewed like the world and sport just like very differently than most people. Like, and shoot, we were talking about it out at the arena. Like most people just view riding bulls as just like pass or fail, whether you make 8 seconds or whether you don't. And that was never really kind of like how I looked at it. I just always kind of viewed it as like, we're just out here. I'm trying my hardest. I'm getting better. And like, as long as I try hard, I was good with whatever. Don't get me wrong. Like I hated getting bucked off. I'd get sad or mad or whatever, but like I just never really viewed it as like, oh, pass or fail. It just never was that way for me.
Gotcha.
It was more process, and I didn't really even know what like process driven thinking was at that time, right? But that was always kind of like, looking back on it now, it was 100% just process thinking.
Hey, old son, this podcast is brought to you by Texas Precious Metals. That's right, Dale Brisby loves him some gold and silver, and I get it from Texas Precious Metals. TexMetals.com, TEX Metals.com. They've even got these coins, PRCA, UFC, Cody Webster, and a Rodeo time coin coming soon, available on TexMetals.com. That's just where I like to get my gold and silver, old son, and if you do too, go to TexMetals.com.
Ever since I started riding bulls and punching fools, I've been wearing an American hat, because I'm an American. I actually wore a different hat before that for the longest, but then my mom got a job. So wear an American hat, old son. Otherwise, you ain't no cowboy.
Do you feel like, so coming off of a buck off, or let's say 2 in a row, you're able to just get on this bull right now that you're sitting on without thinking about that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It is one of those things like I'd fix whatever I did. But that's the thing too. Like I felt like I was really quick at learning. So like a lot of guys go their entire careers and like don't fix what is like plaguing them. And I don't know. I felt like I just like could go over, whether it's video or just feel, because sometimes we didn't have video. And it was like you just go over what it felt like in your mind and fix it and just roll on. And like it really was just that simple to me. Like I just fixed it and rolled on to the next one. And like that's the one thing I kind of pride myself in, is like I don't make the same mistake over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty good at fixing it.
Did you get on a lot of practice bulls at that time?
Growing up, yeah. Like I'd go over. I got really fortunate. Clay Taylor lived right there by the house, and Clay kind of took me under his wing when I was probably right whenever I got my license, 16-ish. And he'd always have he'd had some really high end bulls, but then he'd always keep a couple like lower end type bulls. Like they're still 20, maybe 21 pointers, like just good bulls. And he'd always like kind of protect me and get me some experience at some bigger stuff and this and that. So like he really kind of took me under his wing. So I'd always go over there and practice, but nothing crazy. Like it wasn't like I was getting on 5 bulls a day every day, whatever, but
yeah,
I played basketball in high school. So like that little stretch, like we went on a state championship run, and like that little stretch, it was all basketball. So like I very much like kind of dabbled in a lot of things. Like it wasn't just bull riding all the time, 5 bulls a day, nothing like that. But I did get on, on average, I was probably from the time I was 18 to 26, like I was probably averaging 5 or 6 bulls a week in competition.
Yeah.
So like, when are you supposed to get on practice,
Right. Yeah. Is there a time now when you feel like you'd want to, or are you just waiting to the next bull riding?
Pretty much waiting to the next bull riding. I mean, I guess if I was having like a lot of heck, that I'd go do it. But like me being kind of one of the older statesmen in the locker room too, I'm a firm believer that whenever you're getting on bulls, like you're balancing experience and health, right? And at this point in my career, like I don't really need a whole lot more experience. So the health side is like of the utmost importance.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and there is something to be said. Like you got to keep the sword sharp, right? But it's one of those things. Like I feel like going on the weekends and then coming home, and like most of my work's on my stationary barrel. Like 95% of it, probably.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not even like a drop barrel.
Yeah, stationary.
Yeah.
I'll take my drop barrel and lock it out, and I can feel all of my feels that I need to on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, anyways, I'll get to that here in a minute. I was about to start asking about the team deals and all that, and number of bulls, but going back to your permit here, you kind of break the permit earning record and going with Jesse. And then when did you have your rookie year?
14 was my rookie year. So bought my rookie card, September 1st or October 1st, and was just ready to go. Went to all the little, is the winter Texas run that, they have kind of in that late fall. Did some good, was sitting all right. It was when the Champions Challenges were still going and stuff. So you had to be in the top 2 or 3 of the new season to be able to get invites to them. So won a little bit that fall, and it was that was at the start of the year. It was okay, I'm going to make the NFR this year. I'm going to make the NFR. That's what I'm doing. Those are the grindstone. Let's get it. Won a little bit that fall, come around January 1st, dude, I'm entered in everything. Anything that has the PRCA tag on it, I'm entered up and we're going. Tough invited me to one of the CBRs at Jackson, Tennessee. So it was kind of mixing the CBRs, kind of just as an additive with the PRCA stuff. Cause they were just 1-day events, right? You'd go to Jackson on a Saturday, get on 3 bulls and on to the next one. Was entered in everything, so did a little good at Denver, won Rapid City maybe, the Champion Challenge there. Anyway, had a decent little winter run going, and then went to San Antonio, and that was kind of when everything changed for me, because came in, rode all of my bulls, and went in the last day. It was so the matinee perf was the X bulls, 100,000 added, I think, and then the night was the rodeo finals, so I could come in and clean house and win a pile. Well, that's fortunately what the good Lord had planned for me, and come in, win the X Bulls, and win the rodeo the same day. And it was $40,000 right to the standings. Boom. And this is in the time to where it took 80 to make the finals.
Right.
And I'm at 60 already.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was deep breath, step back, and then it was okay, goals need to change, right? Because I literally had the goal pretty much already done, and we're into February.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's early.
Yeah, it was kind of my welcome to it. You know what I mean?
Did it add pressure, or you just change your goals and roll on?
Just changed my goals and rolled on. I'd say it added some pressure in the sense of now the goals are bigger. It's now it's because I think always in the back of my head I was I knew I could go contend for a gold buckle, but it's there's a whole difference in knowing you're capable of doing that, and then immediately being thrust in the position of you're going to have a chance at this, unless barring something crazy, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and it was kind of good too, because it gave me a long enough time, because February to December is a long time to kind of wrap your head around that too, right?
Yeah.
So I had quite a while to figure that all out, and it was fun too, because there was so much stuff that happened in that season. I just think back to just the little stuff that happened that was key just moments for me, just growing as a person and figuring it all out. Because at the end of the day, again, I'm a 19-year-old kid, man. I don't know anything at this point.
Yeah.
Just figuring it all out.
Yeah. So how did that year end up? I know you got a lot of gold buckles, but it's hazy for me which ones are which.
Yeah. So it all started in 14. So I went, like I said, kind of burst on the scene at San Antonio, had a good summer. Literally just learned how to rodeo, and I'm 19 years old, 0 responsibility, 0 anything. JW came in second to me to the finals that year, which was tough. It's tough sledding around. He's a 4-time world champ, one of my heroes growing up. Just literally one of the legends of the sport. It's okay.
So you go into the NFR winning it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went into the NFR winning it every year besides my last one, I think. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, they actually give a world standings buckle. This is kind of a funny little side story. They give a world standings leader buckle to go into the NFR number 1. And so I didn't know this. We were at Waco that year, and Sam Spreadborough was there. And he was like, "Oh, mate, you're going to get your buckle at the finals this year." And I'm like, "Well, hopefully, this and that." He's like, "No, I'm talking about the world standings buckle." And I'm like, "What is that?" Yeah. He's like, "Well, nobody wears them, because at the end of the day, if you win the gold buckle, you'll wear that one." And he said, "If you don't win it, the last thing you want to do is tell everybody that you went in winning it." So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know they had one of those.
Yeah, you'll never see one, literally. And they're not great looking buckles, I will say. But
yeah.
Literally, you'll never see one.
It's just one of those little congratulatory things, as you show up to Vegas,
Yeah, it's during the back number ceremony. They hand you your little check and hand you your buckle.
That's funny.
It is funny, yeah.
Dang.
But so yeah, we did that, and then like I said, like, and dude, JW only went to like his Extreme Bulls money didn't even count that year because we were like really close in the standings, and then he didn't go to enough rodeos that year, so they didn't even count his X Bulls. But pulled out like 40 grand from him.
Whoa.
Maybe not even 40. Maybe it was less than that. But anyway, because I think I won like 143,000 that counted that year before the finals, and he was at like, I don't know, 110 or something. It's like, but pretty close behind me for sure.
Yeah.
And then hey, went in the NFR and just like had like the dream in FR.
Yeah.
Obviously, like would have changed a little something about it because so first round I have Bull of the Year drawn because we decided to change for whatever reason the bull riders kind of decided to change the first round to the ranked pin of bulls. Okay, cool. Bull of the Year drawn. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. This is gonna be epic. This is gonna be the coolest start ever to the finals. And this thing slams me like three jump just over.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, welcome to the big show,
Right.
And then second round, it's crazy how I still remember this because I don't remember what I got on last week.
I
But
love
like this
it.
is just seared into my
Yeah,
brain,
that's good. Yeah.
Got on a little bull that Sammy had called Gin and Juice. Bull had thrown me off earlier that year and like manhandled me, man. Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, freak, like
Yeah.
that's gonna be tough.
Here it comes.
Yeah. And literally, so he turns back to the left. He tips me into my hand, like right around the corner. Dude, I catch my loop like as I'm possibly getting thrown off. I swear to you, dude.
Yeah.
Catch my loop as I'm possibly getting thrown off. And it was literally, I swear it was a sign from God that was like, no, man, like you're going to win this.
This is your year.
Like you're going to win this.
Man.
Pulled it back, rode him, and then rode my next 7 straight.
Yeah.
So like rode 8, had the Top Gun average, world title, everything won. Like had the Top Gun one after round 9, I think.
Man.
Yeah. And I got thrown off in round 10.
That was getting really close to, that wasn't the same year. I mean, riding that many, that wasn't that same year Ryder rode like won 4 rounds in a row, and y'all are both just went anyway.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I won 4
Right around
rounds.
then.
I won 4 rounds, and it tied for like the most ever won at a single NFR by a bull rider.
Dang.
There's like 4 of us that have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you about the nerves. I mean, well, you were talking about fear. You weren't
Yeah.
even talking about nerves.
Yeah.
So at any point in that first NFR, it didn't just like feel like, you said you rode the next 7 in a row. Like, did the nerves get you on number 10? I don't remember what happened. on
No,
number 10.
it's honestly just like my lack of experience. I was just a young, dumb kid. Like, I just went out and had a little too much fun the night before and
Yeah.
just didn't take care of business the next day, honestly, was what
Yeah.
it was.
But it was never just like this stage is too big and there's too much pressure. Do you credit that to just kind of your DNA, or did you have that good of a shoot procedure where I'm going to do this no matter what all the time?
Probably both, honestly. And it was one of those things, like I had felt pressure like before in my life, right? At different certain things. And like I still, people that are like, oh, he just doesn't feel pressure. Like that's just simply not true. But it was just one of those things like that pressure just made me better, man. Like in every way. It's like you hear guys talking, they're like, they have this like crippling anxiety and the pressure is just too much and this and that. Like mine was the total opposite. And it's like anytime everything was ramped up to 10, it was like you just put high octane fuel in my system and just let me roll. Like I love it.
Yeah.
And like the feeling like, and especially now, like getting on and stuff, like I really don't get nervous. I don't get all like amped up, nothing like until the moment's that big.
Yeah.
And like when it's big, it's like it just revs everything up straight up.
Right.
It's when it's really fun, honestly. And like I know that like some guys really struggle with it, but I don't. I could see how it would cripple guys because like it's one of those things. It's like, you feel all this like weight of the moment or whatever. But yeah, I just always kind of like let that fuel me instead of like intimidate me, I guess.
What about like some of the, were there ever moments where it's just like, maybe you'd ridden that bull 2 or 3 times and it's just like, I don't want to say it's too easy, but almost like the opposite. There's not pressure. And so maybe you just underthink it. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Like, is that
Yeah, that's probably like the biggest struggle I have in
Gotcha.
my career. Whenever there's not like this finite challenge. And not that it's like too easy or anything else. Like bull riding is one of the most difficult sports in the world. I'm never taking away from that. But like like I have to find something to like internally motivate me. And that gets tough over the years for sure.
Yeah.
so yeah, it's like finding what that motivation is, and it changes all the time, right? Like from the time I was 19 to now, the motivation's wildly different.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like finding those like intrinsic motivators it's a big thing.
I think it was Casey Fields I heard say that his second world title was way harder than the first.
Mm-hmm.
So what did it look like after your first world title?
I was amazed at how unfulfilling it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, because it was just one of those things like that was just always like holy grail, pinnacle, whatever. I just thought like after I won the world that like I would just be this like full, complete, happy person, you know?
Right.
And it's just like not that at all. It's no different than any other accomplishment that, you know, you have in life, anybody has in life. It's a big accomplishment, don't get me wrong, but like it was one of those things. I guess I just like put it up so high on a pedestal. It's like, yeah, after I win the world, like we'll be good. But I just remember thinking like, I just want to do this again. That's it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, you know, me being arrogant or nothing like that. It was just like, yeah, cool. What's next? Because at the end of the day, and like you hear it all the time, people's like, it's the longest reign in sports because like Odessa rolls around pretty quick right after it. Like you got 3 weeks and everybody's back at zero.
Yeah, not even a month.
Yeah.
Was there a temptation at that time to go to the PBR?
Not really, no. Because I was so like locked into just like what I was doing. I want to say after the San Antonio win, Sean Gleason and Jay Doherty called me because they were doing like a few invite spots to like a few guys. I feel like they called me, Teal, and JW. And they were like, hey, like if you wanted to come over here, we're open to giving y'all like some events or something. And I can't even remember like how everything went, but it was like, we're open to giving y'all like a few events to come over here and like check it all out, whatever. And I was just like, no, man, I'm good. So yeah, roll into.
And then Teal did.
Teal did. JW did too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was, and I can't remember because one of them went through the velocities. Still, like they turned down the invites and then went through the velocities. I want to say that was Teal, and then J-Dub took his invites for the second half of the year, maybe, and then went and won PBR Rookie of the Year that year.
Gotcha.
Something like that.
I
Don't
forgot
quote
all
me on
about
it, right?
JW
Though it was
going.
like, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. No, he went in like the last half and then killed it, cleaned house at the finals. And like ended up winning Rookie of the Year from like nowhere too. Like he was way down the list. But and like I said, I'm sure I get it all wrong and misquote it and all the things. Yeah. All the people in the comments can tell me how it actually happened. But yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't really have any pull to come over here because at the end of the day, like money never really was like my big motivator, right? And it was one of those things like that was the big motivation of the PBR was like, hey, like we pay out this much money and this and that, and like. I was just enjoying my time, having fun with my buddies, just rodeoing, and like the NFR was the holy grail to me growing up, right? Because it was just like that was what I knew, that's what I saw, this and that. That was just where I wanted to ride at.
Money was its motivator, but at 19, you now have a lot of it.
Yeah.
How did you treat money then, looking back?
I had such like just a poor way of thinking, like growing up in Western Oklahoma, this and that. Like, and it wasn't that we didn't have anything. Like we had enough money to like go get by and do whatever, but like we didn't grow up like rich by no means, you know? And so like I was frugal, man. Like it was kind of like just the culture of rodeo too at that time.
Right.
Like, cause nobody was really making a whole lot of money. So it was, you know, traveling in a camper or a car or whatever, sleeping in your car half the time, getting a little crummy hotel room whenever you can.
Yeah. I guess if you are the one stacking that much money, like if you were going to spend it crazy, you'd be alone.
Yeah.
Doing that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And especially like the age demographic where I was at, like we were all just a bunch of 19, 20-year-old, like, yeah, we had a little money, but that not real money, you know, big
Did you go with Jesse most of that year?
No. So my rookie year, I would have went with Tanner Bothwell and Garrett Smith for like the first half-ish of it. And then jumped in with Tyler Bingham or Tim Bingham and Riker Carter for the end of it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I just kind of always like, I don't know. I bounced around with traveling partners a lot. Like I didn't ever have just like the one guy that I went with for forever. But yeah, I will say too, like after after my first NFR, I went and bought a nice little RV. And that was like my big boy purchase, right? To where like I could be comfortable on the road because we were gone a lot too. Like I wasn't one of those guys that like would go on a weekend run and come home. Like I was just gone, wouldn't come back.
As far as vehicles and as campers, cars, and hotels, like how do you rate like an RV purchase looking back? Like what was the most?
I mean, from a financial perspective, terrible. But from like a comfort perspective, really, really good.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those things like, I think it was one of the key reasons that I was able to rodeo for as long as I was and like didn't really get tired of the road. Because like whenever you get tired, you just go back and take a nap.
Yeah.
And like we slept a bunch. We took care of ourselves for the most part. You'd go, buy food, have snacks, healthy snacks waiting for you before, during, and after. And it definitely played a big part in like me taking care of my body for sure. If I had to do it over again, what I would do is I would go buy like one of those shuttle buses that they have at like the airports and stuff with like the big windows and everything. And I'd have like, a guy like Brian Bain or Tristan Mai's dad, like do the inside of them because they're wide enough. You could put the bed sideways in them, and like legit, you could deck out a ride for $150,000, and like you'd literally be set for your career, and it'd be the setup that you wanted to.
So what did year 2 look like?
It was kind of more of the same. 2015 rolled in and like I was ready to go, coming down off of this extreme high for sure. So like navigating those waters was a little different because like it's hard to go get pumped up to get on a bull at Odessa, Texas after you just, nodded your head at the Thomas and Mack 10 nights in a row. So that part was really tough. But yeah, it was just like get back to business and like, and I think I even said it in my interview after I won the world the first year. I think Suzanne was doing interviews and she was like, she's like, well, what's next for Sage Kimzey? And I was like, I'm just going up. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's next, but I'm just going to keep doing it, And yeah, sure enough, it was had a really good year in 15. I'm trying to think. I feel like Teal, I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it was just a good year. Came in leading it again, won a bunch. And yeah, just had like a pretty good finals, I think, but it wasn't like great. There was one of those years, I can't remember exactly, the years run together, but like one of the years, Brennan Eldred was like right behind me, and it came down to round 10, and if he rode, he would have won the world. And I can't remember if that was 15 or 16.
Was it Brendan? I remember making like in one of those years right there, like Bruiser was hanging out.
Bruiser, Crystal Deal, What a Ball. Like he was like 90, 92, 94, bang, bang, bang. Something crazy like that, yeah. Like he
Brendan
went on a run.
That was the year.
One of those years, 15 or 16, yeah.
And
15 might have been when Teal was right behind me. I can't remember.
But you ended up sneaking by him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I popped off 6 in a row, so 14 to 19. And then whatever year this is, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. They were in a row. There was just one little break.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
COVID.
Okay. Yeah, COVID year.
COVID year got me, and then I come back, win this one, and then it was just like injury, and now PBR, now present day.
Going back to, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, is there a year in there that stands out?
For good or bad. 17 was probably like in my head, like the nastiest year I ever had riding bulls for sure. And I don't really know why that is, but yeah, it seemed like 17 was just the year, like just could do no wrong. Like it was the first year I'd ever cleared $1 million in competition.
Dang, I remember that. That was big.
Because the American year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I won the American, I won something else, won Calgary, won the world, obviously, won the average. I think I won the average that year. And then won Salt Lake that year, won the CBR. Like, it was crazy. It rode Pearl Harbor at the 4th of July deal. Like, it was kind of a wild stretch. Like, it would have been pretty much like the whole month of July.
What made it nasty?
Crazy stretch. Well, in a good way, right?
Oh, gotcha.
In a good way.
I thought you were going to say something about injuries or something.
No, in a good way. Because like my July was nuts, dude. They did a deal. It was like in 8 days, I won like 300 and some thousand, whatever it was. And that was after the 433 from the American. Like,
I remember this now.
it was a crazy year for me. Yeah.
That was big. Talking about $1 million in a year. So spending habits didn't change at all even then?
My mom always laughs, man. It's so like growing up again, like we just weren't super,
I just don't want to cover up your face
oh,
too much.
yeah.
There we go.
We just weren't like super big spenders, whatever, you know? So it was like you'd go to whatever little fast food Mexican food place and they'd ask you if you'd want guacamole and it was an extra 75 cents. And like the answer was just no for forever.
Yeah.
So at that point, it got to the point like I would get the guacamole if I wanted the guacamole.
There you go. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I will say like started dating Alexis the end of 2015. And she really helped me like,
Oh, dang. It was that early in your career.
Oh, yeah.
It all just
Yeah.
runs together. To me.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we started dating the end of 2015 and she really helped me have like a better relationship with money. And just like understand like I work hard to make every dollar I have and just like go enjoy the fruits of your labors. Right. So she's helped me with that a lot.
I feel like just a good level-headed woman is going to really just help you rein it in on like, I'm kind of thinking about buying a jet ski. Or what if you don't right now?
Yeah.
Like
Well, just everything, dude.
voice of reason.
Oh, and literally everything in your life, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Like legitimately everybody like, and like her and I'll even just be reminiscing and talking, whatever. It's like, I don't even want to think what my life would look like without her.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy to think, right? Because like you said, like I was freshly turned 21 years old whenever we got together and started dating.
Man.
And like I was a loose cannon, man. Like I was a little bit of a wild child for like those first 2 years. And like I don't think like deep down I really like wanted to be, but it was just like kind of cowboy culture, whatever. And like,
It could, your career could have gone a different path.
oh, wildly different. Wildly.
I'm just trying to think back. Yeah. I was just thinking too, like that first year that I went out to the NFR going on her show and Anthony Lucia's show.
Yep.
That was a big moment for me. I think that was in 14.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have been the next year, I guess, that y'all had started dating. But so 17, but then not much changed though. He just kept going, kept rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And so I guess 17 was probably about the year that like I started getting quite a bit of like, maybe 16 even, like quite a bit of like pressure from the PBR to kind of like come over there. And I want to say, so I got invited to the Velocity Finals twice for being like the PRCA World Champion. I want to say one of those years was 16. Went out there and rode my first round bull, sitting good, whatever. Second round bull, get on this. He was a sweetie pie, but be a lot of points on him. And I'll BS, you know, he literally, his tail came up, was riding him good, about 6 seconds. His tail came up, wrapped around my free arm, and like jerked me back, slapped him, jerked me down, about knocked me out, whatever else. Wow. And it was like, holy smokes. Like I really wasn't, I'd never heard of that before, since, nothing.
Yeah.
Like it happened like as just boom, boom as it did. Bugged me off at like 7.5, whatever. And it was one of those moments, it was like, just take a step back. And I was like, no, this just wasn't meant to be, you know, for whatever reason.
That's how you felt.
Yeah.
Dang.
And
what year was that?
16, I think.
16.
And then 17, got the invite to come again, go in, win the Velocity Finals, invite to PBR Finals that year, made a short round, and that was the year Jose came in and like just cleaned house at the finals. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, rodeos are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Rodeos are fun. What year was it that Trey started going? That was a little bit later.
It'd have been either 18 or 19. I think 19 maybe would have been his first year. I think so.
He jumped in the rig with you?
He did, yeah. And I'm trying to think again. Yeah, they all run together. Whatever year it was. I think it was 19 was his first year to make the finals maybe. And yeah, so he jumped in with me for a little while. And like at that point we were just at two like wildly different stages in our life, right? Like he was the 19-year-old kid that just wanted to go like have fun and hang out with his buddies and do whatever. And at that point, like I'm, 25, 26 years old, been dating the same girl for 5 years, pretty calmed out, and just, very much just wanted to go riding the bulls and go on to the next one, you know. So like we definitely, I wouldn't say like butted heads, but we were just at two totally different points in our life.
Yeah,
right?
And your brothers.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
And yeah, so it was one of those things. We went together in 19, I think it was 19. I could be wrong, but and then went together for like most of 20, I feel. And then kind of parted ways after that, and was just like, we're just at two different places in our life.
Yeah, completely understandable. Yeah, if you were 18 and 19 years, if you're a year apart, it'd be much different.
Well, and even like 25 and 28, you're like really not that different life stages, right?
Yeah, but 25 and 19, I get
wildly different.
Yeah, that's a good point. But that's cool for him that he got to learn from a world champ and his brother. Like, you're not going to hold back any sort of information from him.
Yeah, man, I've always been an open book with everybody. Like, it's one of those deals that,
but even
rising tide.
But with your brother, you can tell him what's going on with a nod. Like, y'all probably know each other well enough. I feel like that's just another level of mentorship that he probably was privy to. With you.
Yeah, but also like there was some resistance in that too. You know what I mean? Because like at the end of the day, I'm still big brother. So like it was one of those deals. Like he very much like wanted to go make a name for himself. But anytime anything got real serious, it was like, hey man, what do I do? You know
those
what I mean?
moments.
But yeah, like he very much wanted to like pave his own road, which I always respected.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of every rodeo cowboy. Like that's what we're all 1099. We're self-employed. Like
at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still probably pretty cool though, whether y'all traveled together that year or not, like going into NFR together. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty special.
Well, and especially like the way he did it, because it was last rodeo comes down and he has to win. Back up. So he had, and like you kind of know the projections, right? Like getting into that last month, you're like, hey man, you need to be here to be safe, like dollar wise, right?
Yeah.
And so anyway, we'd kind of like done all the numbers and like went through it all, and I'm like, hey man, like this is kind of where you need to be, because he was tired, dude. He rodeoed his butt off that year to make his first one. Like it took everything he had in the tank to go get it done. And so we were talking about it. I think we were might have been like mid-September, like Pendleton.
In 19?
Yeah. And we were talking about it, and I was like, dude, like you got to go get, X amount more 1,001. And it wasn't even much. It was like a couple grand, And dude, he hadn't rode anything in like the 2 weeks prior and was struggling and this and that. And I'm like, dude, like you just got to go make it happen. Because I'm going home after Pendleton. Like I'm set. I'm good. I think I was piddling around, went to a couple more maybe, but like I'm done. So like you're on your own, little bro. Like good luck, And dude, he waited till, and this is like so Trey's fashion and style and everything. He waited till the very last day at New Braunfels Extreme Bulls, and he pops out and he's like 86 and wins however much it took. And
a lot. Yeah, that's funny. I guess the pressure doesn't get to him either.
Crazy, yeah. I don't know. Apparently he just needed it to stay on. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, needed a little pressure.
Something.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many has he been to now? 4?
4, I believe, yeah.
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 So fast forward to the injuries. When did they start? Before we get to those, I mean, that's a long stretch of a lot of rodeoing injury-free.
Yeah. Well, roughly injury-free, right? That's the thing. Like everybody always says injury-free. As you know, like all the rodeo guys, none of us are injury-free, right?
Yeah.
Like I had elbow stuff. I had pelvis stuff. I had this and that. Like I had little stuff, but it was all like 6 weeks. You're good to go.
Right.
6
Nothing
weeks,
that's going to
go. Yeah. Pulled somehow growing, miraculously heals instead of having to go down the road of having it fixed, whatever. Like the good Lord really did just look after me, man. And like even now, like you look big scheme of things, my career has been pretty like just scot-free, right? Like big scheme of things. So yeah, bust out those. And then 2020, have a bull flip on me in San Antonio, and I don't even know what it is. There's a little ligament that connects your 2 leg bones, like at the very bottom. Anyway, he snaps that and he rotates whatever bone rotated or whatever, the tib or fib or whatever. So, hey, you have to have this fixed. Okay, cool. Go in, have it fixed. Great doctor down there. Did it, go home. All right, cool. We have Houston and the American in 2 weeks or whatever it is. Going to go right at those, and then we'll have some time to get it off. Because it was the injury that Tua just had, the quarterback for Bama. He had just had it, and they were like, not a big deal. Like, it's literally a couple week heal process, and like, you'll just be good to go. Okay, cool. Easy enough. So go to Houston and the American, and get thrown off at Houston. I might have rode one, but didn't make it back, and then ended up splitting the American title with JRV that year. And that was the first year that it counted, I think, for world standings in the PRCA.
Oh, yeah.
2 days later, COVID happens. Boom, world shut down.
Yeah.
Just over. So I'm laying there, bummed up leg bad. Like, it was bad pain, bad everything, you know. Of course, didn't go to a full rehab facility because, you know, COVID has the world shut down, everything else. So, like, didn't go through a proper rehab schedule with it. And, like, it wrecked my body and health for a long time.
Dang.
Yeah. And apparently, like, knowing what I do now, right? Like, how you walk is extremely important and everything else. And I'm sure I just was limping around the house.
Do you
not
feel like
paying
it was
attention
you
to
not
anything.
doing rehab right, or do you think it was like maybe misdiagnosed?
No, I think it was a rehab, 100%. Because it was one of those deals, like, we were just, it was like everybody else, we were just at the house, like,
Yeah.
hanging out, you know?
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah.
But-
and it was like the diagnosis deal, too. It was like, hey, 2 weeks, you'll just be good to go. It was like, I had the 2 weeks, and then I went and got on those bulls, and, like, it hurt bad during that. So it was like, okay, well, I'm going to go home and rest it for a little bit. But then, like, that little bit turned into the 4-month stretch of nobody doing anything during COVID.
Yeah.
So it was really just like poor management on my part, really.
Yeah.
But it was also a time in my life too. Like, I hadn't had a break from any of it in 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think, like, subconsciously, I probably needed that break.
That's not when y'all got married, is it?
Yeah. We got married in 2020.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We got married that fall of 2020. And then, yeah, went to the finals. So, like, I was number one coming into the finals, but it was like never going to be my year. Just knew it. Like, felt like I was riding terrible, wasn't enjoying it, not having fun, didn't even like being there. Like, literally, me and my wife talked about, like, going home from the finals in Texas.
Dang.
It just wasn't on my heart at all. It was the first time that I didn't love bull riding.
At the finals.
Yeah.
How much of that do you feel like was it the injury, or was it just the COVID and the different year that felt off?
Yeah, hard saying, you know. Probably
Yeah.
a little bit of all of it. Because that's the thing. Like, we were driving twice as much as what we normally would on a year, going to not really great rodeos to do it, you know. Like, because it was literally the most rural parts were the only place of the whole country that could even have rodeos.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, like, we're driving 14 hours to go to a 3,000 added rodeo. It's like,
Yeah.
takes a lot of the fun out of it for sure.
Yeah.
And, like, my tank was just on E, straight up. Just needed some time away.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that at the time, right? Because it's always just like push through. That's just always kind of been my mindset behind all of it. But, like, now looking back, hindsight being what it is, it's like, yeah, probably should have just chilled out a little bit.
What about 21?
21 came back, like, on a mission for sure, because it was one of those things that, you know, really, I'd never, like, not won the world title, which that was, like, new grounds to kind of navigate. And especially because I felt like I, like, just kind of gave up, which didn't sit real well, if you can imagine that.
Yeah.
So that part was tough. But yeah, it was just back to business as usual and, like, go make it happen. And did.
I'm curious, like, so kind of what you just said kind of reminded me of the way Trevor talked about failures. And he said that, and it's been a couple of years since he was on the podcast, but he was talking about how, like, he was most mad after a loss if he felt like he had not done his job. Mm-hmm. But in his words, rodeo sometimes doesn't give you an opportunity to win. And so there'd be other times where he might lose, and it sounds like he maybe gave himself more grace.
Yeah.
But so it sounds like with 2020, maybe that was coming off of a loss that you felt like you could have prevented or just done better with.
Done better for sure. but also too, like I didn't have like the mental capability, like whatever you want to call it. Like I didn't have what it took to be able to manufacture what I needed to manufacture. Cause it wasn't just this innate, like I want to go get on bulls and I want to win the world. Like I didn't have any of that. It was just like, I was just doing it.
Yeah.
And it was the first time I'd ever felt like just kind of lost about like what I wanted to be doing.
Gotcha.
So it put it in just a really weird spot, you know, 'cause it's like this inherently dangerous thing that like super scary, super dangerous, all the things, whatever. And then like, I just really didn't care about it a whole lot. Like I didn't want to be putting my hand in a bull rope.
I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the conversation you have with yourself after a buck off, because I feel like this is watching and helping a lot of guys get started. I see young athletic individuals come into bull riding. They've been good at sports their entire life, sports that are somewhat easy to learn, relatively speaking. Like they can go out and be better than somebody after a short time of trying this sport. But with bull riding, you know, there's a process that it takes to get to a point where you can ride a rank bull.
Yeah.
And what I have observed is a lot of young guys being really hard on themselves with buck offs, and then it leads to like they're just quit.
Yeah.
They get to a 200 bulls and just like, I guess I can't ride bulls, and they're just done.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, with that in mind, I guess, what's the conversation look like for you after you've had, let's say, I don't know what a long buck off streak for you sounds like, but
yeah, like 4 or 5.
you get off of that 5th buck off.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking, and or maybe the first one, like literally, how are you talking to yourself? Like, are you reviewing the ride and it's all just strictly data and this is what I need to do different, and then you go to the next one? Or is there like a motivational speech you have to give yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of everything, honestly. Like I'd say, let me try to walk through this. And I guess you can just like ramp up the emotions as you go, the negative ones. Like the further you go in the buck off street, just all of them be ramped up. But like first thing, you're like upset, whether that's mad, sad, whatever it is. But like you're just like disappointed in the outcome. Then it's like, yeah, I guess I do kind of look at it just like data, and it's like, okay, so like what happened here? Because I'm a big like control what you can control guy, right? And like there's so many variables in bull riding. There's a lot of times that stuff just happens, right? And I'm not for like making excuses, but like you do have to show yourself some grace too. And so like my thing is like go through, okay, like what genuinely happened here? I feel like most guys don't do a good job like diagnosing actually what went on in a bull ride. So like usually it like the buck off happens 2 or 3 jumps before what actually like happened. You know, it's like the whole whip the free arm thing. It's like, you know, usually it's because your timing was bad 2 jumps before then, and you're getting yanked on by 1,400 pounds. It's like, of course you're going to be whipping your free arm whenever you're getting yanked on by 1,400 pounds.
That's a good
you know
point.
what I mean?
Jacob says you buck off a bronc either from not lifting or not staying back, but you might bounce around up top and then flounder off to the side some weird way where it doesn't, but the original problem was 3 jumps back when you weren't lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's generally the same thing with bull riding too. Like there's a couple of really basic things you have to do that are extremely hard to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess first thing is just kind of like take a step back, kind of diagnose what actually happened on the ride. See if it is just a variable that's just like sheer dumb luck that, the bull
Tail
won.
wrapped around your arm.
Yeah, like something stupid like that. It's hard to like look with any way with that,
Rodeo didn't give you an opportunity to win that day.
Yeah, 100%.
Sometimes
so
there's days like that.
Sometimes there's days like that.
Yeah.
Do that, and if that is the case, if something does happen, which is a very like slim portion of the time, like it's not.
Yeah, you bet.
Especially in the bulls, because like you go stay on your bull, you win. That's just how it is in today's world, right? So like you're talking 5% of the time, it's just like just literally throw it out, like throw out the bathwater. It's all good. And then it's like, yeah, just learn from whatever it is, figure out the things you did good, figure out the things you did bad, and just kind of like move forward. Because I feel like a lot of guys really just don't even think about like the things they do good. Because on any given out, like there's going to be 100 things that you did good and bad, right? So it's like you just pick it all apart, take the good, leave the bad, change the bad, tweak the bad, and figure out how to move forward from that. Because like I'm a firm believer that like all the high achievers, really in anything, but especially in sport, are just the best learners. It's not. It's not, you know, like look at Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the perfect example of everything. Like not the most athletic, not the most gifted, not the most this and that. Like he just learned better than everyone else. It's just how it was.
Yeah.
And I really think you go down the list of like pretty much all the greats, it's the same thing.
Yeah, but you've got talent too.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, y'all went to state in basketball, didn't you?
Yeah. There's innate God-given ability. I'm not getting away from that for sure. But it's like, especially whenever you get into the longevity thing, like it's the people that can learn the best, man. Straight up. Because that's the thing. Like, it wasn't like I was like just this like, oh my gosh, prodigal child of bull riding, right? Like, and it's even then. It's, you know, you look, because like I would say Crimber's probably the closest thing to like the prodigy that we've had in forever. And like, well, why is he so good? Well, it's because he spent every day of his life for the last 18 years like preparing himself to be a bull rider. It's just reps and quality reps because his dad knows what he's talking about.
So how did the 21 buckle feel? You said you were surprised at the 14 buckle at how unfulfilling it was. Was the 21 buckle a little more, or?
In some ways, yes, because it was like, oh, it was the bounce back and the, you know, can you do it after a big injury? Can you do it after losing the world, this and that? But I mean, I don't know. It's still, I would say it's just like a really big accomplishment in my life. Like I wouldn't say it's anything like life altering or crazy or anything. I think that's the thing. Like my whole perception of what a gold buckle would mean to me was just like wildly wrong. Because like I really thought it would be this like defining life event.
This is who I am now.
Yeah. Like you can call me world champion Sage Kimzey. You know what I mean?
Bet.
It's like, no. Like I'm Sage Kimzey. At the end of the day, like my wife and my kids, my relationship with God are the most important things in my life, period.
Yeah.
Everything else is just kind of like not an afterthought, but like it's just like what I do on this earth, you know? So it's just not that it's not a big deal. It's not that I can't inspire people. I do think it's the platform that God provided me to be able to inspire people, right?
Yeah.
But it's just not, it's not my identity. So at that point, it's like if it's not your identity, the wins mean less, in my opinion.
What made you okay with shifting to the PBR after resisting it so long?
Oh boy. Think about how to put this. So for one, whenever I got hurt with my shoulder, PBR called me and offered me the commentary job for the first year PBR teams. I had been in some talks with some teams and part of the league and stuff about like what they were doing with it. But at the end of the day, like it's the maiden voyage. Nobody really knows like what all is going on, right? So opt not to go into the draft the first year. I'm going to watch this play out for a year, the upside, and then it looks super exciting. It looks like something I'd really be into, especially for like the long-term growth and health of the sport. Like I think it's going to be really cool, but I'm going to give it a year. Okay, cool. Fast forward, like I said, shoulder hurt. They call, hey, can you come do our broadcast? So it's like, yeah, I don't have any experience with it, but like I'll come figure it out. So like I go, you know, in my sling, and like it was like I had to go to Boston to get my shoulder fixed, period. We didn't even know if I was going to be able to ride afterwards. Like what does the next step kind of look like? If not, this and that. Oh, this is an amazing opportunity. So cool. Go, and I fell in love with PBR teams. And this is in its infancy, right? So like it wasn't a polished machine at this point by no means. Like they were just figuring stuff out kind of as they went because like new problems arose, just growing pains, right? And just loved the concept, love the fact that, you know, you have this built-in support system around, especially for the younger guys, dude. Like these 18-year-olds are going into teams with legends for coaches, world champions for teammates. Like it's a true support system built in for everybody, right? So like I loved that whole thing. So kind of like fell in love with the team's concept on that side. And then so go back rodeoing in, what year would that have been? 23. I go back rodeoing. I'm going to declare for the draft this next year though, right? So I want to be a part of PBR teams, UTB, kind of whatever. It's cool, but it's not really where I'm at. Like I still want to go make the NFR. I want to win another gold buckle, but like I want to be a part of PBR teams just for like a lot of different reasons, right? So do that. And in 23, so 22, I would have made the finals off of 17 rodeos, but didn't even come close to get my rodeo count for my exposed to count. So had to miss the finals, wouldn't have been ready with my shoulder anyway, not a big deal. 23 rolls around, I have the finals made in Cheyenne and go to my first PBR teams event with the Carolina Cowboys.
You went to an event in 23.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I go through the draft in 23, and that would have been May.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So first overall pick in the draft, go to Carolina. So in the fall, I'm gonna basically be balancing my rodeo and PBR team schedule. Gonna make the NFR. Everything is cool, And then that was my thing. In 23, I was like, okay, then I'm gonna make a decision what I want to do, whether I want to PRCA full time, whether I want to PBR full time, whether I want to split my time.
Not to mention you got a kid by now.
Oh yeah. Steele he'd have been a year
Almost
and a
2.
half at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we go to Cheyenne, whatever. Like I said, I'm at 25 rodeos, 27 rodeos, whatever it was, and break my collarbone in the semifinals at Cheyenne. Probably riding as good as I've ever had too. This is the worst part. So in 22, before my shoulder deal, we welcomed Steele into the world in January, and dude, I went on a tear in 22. I won everything, won 117,000 in 3 months. Just winter rodeoing and literally made the finals in 3 months.
Yeah.
And couldn't go. So that was obviously bad taste in my mouth, whatever. Wasn't ready to compete anyway. So the next year, I'd piddled around all winter, didn't really go to anything. And Josh Frost and I load up. We're going that summer together because Josh had this aura about him that he was going somewhere, right? I want to be a part of that. Back to the whole, I was always very good at subconsciously surrounding myself with who I needed at the time. So anyway, me and Josh are entered up deep. We're going and dude, I rode everything for literally a month and a half. Was riding as good. Like I said, rode Red Demon there at Cheyenne. Still probably one of the rankest rides of my life. Was 91 on him. And we were rolling,
Yeah.
And anyway, break my collarbone.
How'd you break your collarbone?
Got slammed just right kind of by the chute, just bucked off right there.
Yeah.
Right on that hard pin stuff.
Yeah.
Just landed on it weird. And it snapped it to where you could tell it was just dang it, you're going to have that fixed. Well, so I go to looking at the remaining schedule because everything was going to be pretty tight for my rodeo count, right? And that was when I had to go kick out the bulls and stuff to make the finals that year to have my 40 rodeos to be able to go ride at the NFR. So I go do all that. And there was some stuff that happened kind of behind the scenes with all of that we'll just say it pushed me way more towards the PBR side. Whenever all of it was going down. So it was one of those things. It was PBR has been really good to me. I love teams. Then all of this stuff happens on top of it. And I was kind of on the fence whether I was going to PRCA or PBR anyway.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It literally felt like a sign from God that was just hey man, this is not where you're supposed to be. Go over there.
Were you, was it difficult to let go of the 9-buckle goal?
No, not really.
Yeah.
And I thought it would have been, right? Because that was the North Star and that was the compass for forever. But at that time too, my priorities had so wildly changed, with us welcoming Steele in the world, it had went from, bull riding being the only thing to now again, God, family. And, it was
now you can go to a less events for.
Yeah. Well, it's still the same grind, right? But it's way more time at home because I'm home basically Monday through Friday, and then just a weekend bull rider is basically what it is. It's still a grind. Don't get me wrong. We go to the airport every week. We go to wherever,
Right.
There's not a whole lot of time off, but yeah, it's just the time with the family is just irreplaceable, right?
Yeah.
And that made it to where it just wasn't. And don't get me wrong, Fort Worth and Houston and San Antonio are going on. And I'm dang.
Yeah.
Dang. I still miss some parts of it, right? But
yeah,
big scheme of things, it's it never will replace the time with my kids, my wife. There's just there's nothing.
Yeah, it's such a unique spin on bull riding. You know what I mean? It seems like a lot of guys are trying to go to the PBRs as quick as they can. And I mean, I love it. I mean, being a rodeo guy, I've got respect for both of them. PRCA and PBR, like without a doubt. But like to spend most of your career and then to see the thought process behind it makes total sense though.
Yeah.
Well, no, I can still go get on ranked bulls. I don't mind the bulls. I get to travel way less.
Yeah.
And all the events have an airport right next to them. Yeah.
Yeah, mine's legitimate. It's just time with my family. And like, don't get me wrong, like I said, there was some stuff that went a little sideways and whatever else, but like big scheme of things, like, and where my head was at with all of it, because like I said, like, you know, I know my time bull riding is going to come to an end, whatever, but it's one of those deals like there is no other job that I could do, go make X amount a year and literally only work on Friday and Saturday. Like, you just
that's a
can't
good
do
point.
that. You know what I mean? So it's like I really just kind of have an inverted work week of everyone else.
With Team Deal and UTBs, like how many events a year are you going to, you think?
Well, this year we had 18 UTBs plus the finals, and we'll have 13 team events. So 30-ish. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Wow.
basically get 2 like little mini off seasons that are like 6-week breaks a piece is what it ends up being.
Yeah, 30 weekends. I mean, you're still
Oh, it's a grind.
You're still
yeah.
going.
Yeah. And that's like the promise I made myself before. The team deal's a little different because like you were responsible to your team, right? Like you can't just be like, yeah, I want to take the weekend off, boys. Good luck.
right.
I mean, I guess you could, but it wouldn't really be being a good teammate, right?
Yeah.
But like the UTB this year, like I've skipped a couple of events just because it's like I didn't feel the pull to go.
Yeah.
And it's just that's the biggest thing that like I guess getting older too is like used to, man, it didn't matter time of day, what day it was, anything. Like run a bucker in there and let me put my stuff on him, you know.
Right.
Like, that's definitely slowed down some now.
Now you're 32?
Be 32 this year, yeah, in August.
30,
31 right now.
31. How much road do you feel like you got left? I know that's a strange question.
No, it's not. I mean, it's the question everybody like thinks about, right? I don't know. I feel like from like a technique perspective, I feel like I could ride bulls as long as I wanted to, right? I do feel like fundamentally I'm just very sound and like it's like I could go ride bulls for a long time. It's a terrible answer, but like really as soon as I quit wanting to put my hand in a bull rope on rank bulls,
That's not a terrible answer.
then I'm just done. You know?
That's not a terrible answer.
But that's the thing is like people that rodeoed and like done it get it, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Like people that don't, they just kind of like look at you like, you know, that's weird. But it's like, no, like you really, like you have to love the sport because like, again, back to super dangerous, blah, 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 this and that. It's like you have to love what you're doing, period.
Yeah. It's too dangerous not to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to where you didn't want to do that on Bronx, you know? Yeah. No, it was so easy for me. Not so easy. I did it too long, bareback riding.
Yeah.
But I just got to where like I didn't want to get on the buckers. Like I enjoyed a hopper.
Yeah.
You know, something that wouldn't just, you know, snatch your neck off. But like a bucker terrified me.
Yeah.
And that's where I got on Cool Water in Longview and I was like, man, I don't want to be that scared.
Yeah. Like I don't want to do this anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And that's my thing. It's like, it's not even the scared part to me. It's like, for one, my body has to feel good, right? And I have to have like quite a bit of time to get my body like ready to go on the weekends. It just takes way more work than what it used to, right? Being one of the older guys and like I've got 1,400 outs or whatever it is in professional competition. Like that's a bunch for a bull rider.
Yeah.
And so like it takes a lot for me to get my body in a place to where like I feel like I'm ready to go compete. And then like on the top side of that, like I have to go like want to do it.
Yeah.
And those two are usually like very tied to one another. But if I can keep my body feeling good, like I said, it's not a big deal. And that's the thing. Like I don't really feel the whole like the fear emotion or this, that. Like whenever I'm strapping to something, I'm not like nervous about it, but it's just like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? What do I like? Like I get the weird, literally like the philosophical questions that start like poking into my brain sometimes because it's like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? You know, and like those are hard to answer.
Yeah.
You know, you can give yourself some little BS answer, but if it's not like the truth, my brain doesn't like. I can't lie to myself.
You can't lie to
you know
yourself
what I mean?
too long. Yeah, not for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so much different leaving the house with Steele asking where you going, why you leaving, can you stay, let's play
Oh yeah.
with these toys. than it was when you're 20 years old with nobody to answer to. That's a much different, just walk out of the house and your mindset.
Yeah. Well, and even like dating Alexis, it's like I could FaceTime her whenever we were there. I don't know how the guys did it way back when, like before cell phones and everything else, right? But like, even like when I was going, like she knew the deal, you know what I mean? Super supportive of everything I've ever done.
Yeah.
So it's one of those deals. It's like, you know, it was very easy to just go. But then, yeah, like especially if you go and then you're like, you're not committed and then you don't do good because like, obviously if you're not committed, it's probably not going to work very well.
Yeah.
And like, then you want to talk about some like just regret and shame on the way back home. Like that's rough. It's like, man, I literally left everything that I care about to go get on bulls.
To just kind of try.
And not even care about it and try.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
It's tough enough that you're going to that town's party.
Yeah.
You know, like you're already leaving to go to a party for the weekend and multiple parties. And then there's a party within the party because it's all your boys and the committee wants to treat you right and you're the rock star. And yeah, that's tough when you got a family at home. Like that's your job. Go to a party.
Yeah. It's different for sure.
Yeah.
And that Steele's getting to the age now, like he really wants daddy to be around a lot, you know, and it just makes it harder, but he gets it too. So it's like one of those deals. It's like, man, you got to go to work. Like that's kind of how it is. You like that new toy you just got? It's all right. Daddy's going to go make some money so we can go get some more. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess we're back to that first shot. I mean, what do you see yourself doing when you're done with bull riding?
It's hard saying. I really think it's one of those deals, man, it's like I said, it's one of those deals. I really do think that like I'll be successful doing whatever it is that I'm doing. I feel like, at least right now in my heart, like giving back to the younger generation of bull riders and kind of like lessening the learning curve of that. And I have no idea like what context that will be or like how I'm going to like do that. Like, I think that's a huge deal because, and even like I look at myself growing up in Oklahoma, like we didn't have that many guys at our high school rodeos, whatever, but like up until the point of like probably my junior year of high school, like I was probably like the third or fourth, like most talented guy. And like the rodeo wheel just like eat them up, chewed them up.
Yeah.
And spit them out. Right?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like you dang sure you get down here in Texas, like there's so many guys that are just like so good.
Right.
But like to me, just the whole setup's just not made to like help young aspiring rodeo athletes, especially in a rough stock, succeed. And like I would love to find a way to like shorten that learning curve, whatever that looks like, right? That's something I'm like really passionate about.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. It's the great part is like whether that's with, you know, one of the teams, you know, in PBR teams, whether that's, you know, doing schools like Joe Frost is doing up in Utah right now, like whatever it is, I see that being like at least a short part of my life, kind of getting that like laid out and making that better. Cause I feel like there's a few like pretty easy fixes that a guy could come in and like, you know, work with and kind of just at least get the knowledge out there to where, you know, guys could go figure some stuff out on their own if they wanted to. And then, I mean, just like changing the whole cowboy culture from, you know, the wild, reckless, you know, young wannabe bull riders to like good humans, good men of God and all of that. Like all of that, I'd say like the young men becoming good men, like I really have like a pull to that. Because it was something I struggled with like so much in my earlier years and then, you know, becoming the man I want to be. So that part's really important to me. But yeah, I don't know.
Randy and Jake haven't talked you into selling trailers?
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure that if I wanted to, they'd probably take me on.
Yeah. Backup plan.
Yeah, I guess could do that.
Yeah. You could be in charge of their, maybe they start building some bull rider RVs.
Hey.
Yeah. You could be in charge of selling
Oh,
those.
don't think I didn't mention it to him before.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all could make this aluminum box on the back of this and get
I've
it all
got a
set
vision.
up. Yeah.
I've got a vision.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
pretty sure
need-
both of them looked at me and they're like, yeah, I don't think that vision's going to pay the bills.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I get it, man.
Bull riders are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people are going to buy these however many $1,000 rigs that
I can think of 2 or 3
I would?
at least. Yeah.
I would. Stetson would.
2 or 3. Yeah.
No.
That's funny.
But yeah, honestly, like I don't like I said, kind of purposely, I'd never have had like a backup plan in my life, because if I'm going to do something, I want to put my whole heart and everything into it. And that's kind of how bull riding's been for me. And like I personally just never had anything else going on at home. I never had any other like responsibilities, nothing, because I never wanted to look back like with regret of like, oh, if, this little side gig didn't take off, like I could have went and done whatever. You know? And at the time, like I really do think like whenever it comes time to retire, like I'll just know, and I won't, like I don't think I'll have regrets. I don't think I'll have anything else. Like I think I'll just be done, and it'll be an amazing chapter in my life that I'll, remember and cherish, and love all the relationships I made along the way, and all the things, but like I don't think I'll be one of those guys that has any like regrets or second guessing or anything like that. Like it'll just be a chapter in my life that I look back on fondly.
I don't see why. Yeah, I mean, regrets. I mean, yeah, I got 7 of them, and I decided to go to. Golly, like I don't usually care for the expression of like aim for the moon and land among the stars kind of deal, but like, yeah, I was going for 9. I got 7 gold buckles. Like, there's not much to regret if you decide I want to now spend a little time over here at this other show.
Yeah, now it's more like shoot for Mars, and then like, well, the moon's right here, and your family's on the moon.
Yes. Yeah. That's
and
a good way to put it.
You still have a chance to pick them up and get to Mars.
I like that. Yeah. And you're still kind of going that way, but you got your 7 buckles on the way there. Yeah, what do you do after? Whatever you want. Yeah. You won 7 gold buckles. Yeah. You can do whatever the heck you want after that.
Well, and that's the great thing, right? Like right now, as of time of recording, like I'm sitting second in the world in PBR. Like I got a pretty legitimate chance to
there's
like,
that too.
Win the PBR this year. And like you could argue the fact that like that would do more for my legacy than an 8th PRCA world title, right? So it's definitely something that's like on the radar. Like you only got to ever win both's tough. And then, you had 1 PBR.
How many guys have done that?
Just tough. Won both.
Oh, just tough. Won both.
Won both.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it is tough to win both.
Yeah, no.
You said tough won both.
Yeah, no, just tough. Tough's like, it's a list of 1.
Dang, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That's a little pressure. Oh, yeah. We're talking to Sage Kimzey.
Yeah.
Good thing.
It should be.
Good thing.
Yeah. We got like 4 events left, and then the finals, which the finals is very much like it's playoff bull riding. Like you have to do good at the
Where
finals.
is it this year? Is it in Dickies again?
Cowtown for the first weekend, and then Dickies for the second.
Gotcha.
Split
in May?
Fort Worth. Yep. The 7th through the 17th. Get your tickets now.
Get your tickets now. How does it feel being in that locker room? I mean, that's got to be so different. Like a rookie PBR guy showing up, but you got 7 gold buckles.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. Well, and it's even crazier too, because like
there's some of those guys definitely asking your advice.
Yeah.
And then also like you're giving them probably financial advice and
everything,
dad advice and
everything. They're kids, man. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm a young guy. I do not have everything figured out, right? Like I'm the first to tell them, I'm like, man, trust me. Like when I was your age, I was way worse than you were. You know what I mean? But it's like it's crazy, I guess, like how fast your role in the locker room shifts. Because it feels on one hand like last year that I was like the young hotshot rookie that was ready to come in and, tell everybody to go do whatever and like just wanted to party and have fun and this and that.
Yeah.
And like you fast forward like really 12 years in the big scheme of things isn't that long to go from like youngest in the locker room to like one of the older that like guys are like, yeah, like you said, coming up asking advice, looking for this, looking for that. Like, the guys watched me on TV growing up. Some of them didn't even like know that I rode bulls back when because like they were too young to even know that. Like it's crazy, man. Like these kids are pups.
Yeah.
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 But no, it's wild seeing that like that transition, right? Because like you take a step back and you're just like, I'm not like that old.
Man, if you get a 19-year-old showing up in there, they were 6 your rookie year. Mm-hmm. 6 years old. Mm-hmm. Dang.
Well, and that's the thing, like,
but you're still sitting number 2, baby.
And it's funny because, like, they'll be talking about, oh yeah, like those old bull rides, like whenever, Jess Lockwood was doing so good at the finals, and it's like, bro, you're talking about 2019. Like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? It's like 19 doesn't seem that long ago to me.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
You look at it, and
it's
like
they
were 12 years old, man.
Right.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah. No, it's wild.
Yeah.
And just like, the whole younger generation is just very different than like the world that like we rodeoed in, right? Like it's wildly different.
Yeah.
Better and easier and all the things, but like, and man, we got a fun, like good group of young men in the PBR right now. Like a fun little group, like Krember, Marco, Clay, Hudson Bolton. Like you go down the list, all of them are just like, they're fun havers, man.
Different is the locker room vibe in the spring with the UTBs than the fall with the team deals.
Crazy different. So that was one of the things that's like, well, so like teams deal, it's everybody goes to their own locker room.
Right. Yeah.
So like
obviously
all the teams,
separate. Everybody's
like
separated.
we'll go with the Austin Gamblers. So we'll travel with 10-ish guys a weekend. So like us 10 will go over there, and like you'll still commingle like at the hotel and whatever. It's not like we're like mortal enemies by no means, but like you really hang out with your team for the most part. And then UTB, everybody's just kind of like thrown together like it always has been, you know. But even then, like the locker room culture for me, it was crazy to see the difference in like rodeo locker room culture compared to PBR locker room culture.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, just all of it. It's just wildly
How
different.
was that different?
Well, for one, it's all bull rudders, right? And then for two, like you mentioned, the committees like loving to bring you in. Well, like PBR really doesn't have committees, right? So it's the same 100 people, give or take, like with the crew and everything that you see every weekend.
Yeah, you're cutting it up with Richard Jones in the hallway every weekend.
Yeah, like you're seeing the same people every weekend, which is really cool. But it's also
because
one
I
of those
love
things.
Richard Jones. That's my boy. Shout out to my boy.
But yeah, it's wildly different because you just never, and like I always think back, like the scenario I think about like is like seeing the Franzens at whatever, you know, little Wyoming rodeo that I would go to. Like I might not have seen them in months for whatever given time it was, you know, and like you show up and like they're just happy to see you, this and that, and like you don't really get that at the PBR. Like it's more like
every 6 days.
We're coming here, yeah. We're coming for business, and you still see
we're
like
coming for business.
there's great people, all the things, right? And then the locker room is like much more relaxed in a way because it's like everybody's just there to ride bulls and help everybody out and just do their thing.
Yeah,
just the sheer amount of people you see is like drastically smaller PBR than rodeo.
What about the fact that you're flying either Uber or renting and then hotel every weekend rather than maybe doing some driving and then dusty, in a good way, dusty rodeo arena? Like, was that hard to adjust to?
Not really, because I was ready for that adjustment. You know, like I had rodeoed for 10 years. I was going down the same stretches of interstate every year. Like I was tired of the trail. And that was the thing. Like I never got tired of the trail. I never understood when guys were like, man, I just can't do it anymore. I can't do it, this and that. Like, and you see guys like Cooper Davis only rodeoed for 1 year and he just hated the travel. Like he just didn't like it. You know, it wasn't for him. And I never really understood that until you add the kid thing to the equation. And it was like, well, what am I doing? And like, luckily, thankfully, that like PBR has given bull riders another route to where like, you don't have to just go beat down the trail, you know?
Yeah.
And just for me in my life now, like, and don't get me wrong, like I think for a young kid to go rodeo and get his feet wet, especially like if you're not like ready to go to like the UTBs from a talent perspective, like rodeoing is awesome for them to go like experience life and figure it out. But then like, especially with the team stuff, like the money's getting to the point in the PBR, like it's a legitimate career choice.
Yeah.
And rodeo too, but like PBR even more so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always that money seems super enticing to anybody. Yeah. I mean,
well, and especially with the whole deal with teams and everything else, like because all the money that you see online isn't even like with our endorsement agreements with our teams or nothing like that. So there's a lot of money that's just competition money you see online. So the money's not really the same, but it's again, experience wise, like it's fun going rodeoing. You get to see the entire United States and go have fun with your buddies doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like I said, I wouldn't trade. I'm very happy, and I'm honestly glad I did it the way I did, which, you know, it could have cost me a couple $1 million and it could have cost me a PBR world title, whatever. But like, I'm so thankful that I went and rodeoed and then like really had my head wrapped around everything and then decided to come PBR. Cause then like I've seen kind of all angles of it all now. I'm extremely happy with where I'm riding at now. And getting to spend some time with my family. So it's good.
We normally wrap up with life advice, but before I do that, I gotta ask, since we were doing a rock and roll denim shoot earlier today and had Junior Nagara here, but what's your favorite pair of rock and rolls?
Favorite pair of rock and rolls. The ones I have on are pretty good. Just the vintage 46 that are good. I love the new Bravo and Alpha fit.
I gotta try the Bravo. I guess I've not tried it.
They're good.
I haven't got a new pair in a while.
Yeah. I think they came out like last year or something, and it was like a limited edition run or something. But yeah, you'll have to check them out. They're good. I like the fit of them quite a bit. Probably all time favorite pair was the design with Huey that was the raw denim. I loved those pair of jeans,
Really?
and like still like to this day, if I have to put on like a pair of pants to go to like a function or an event or whatever, like super dark wash denim, they're classy.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, they'd be like my number one all time pair.
Life advice.
Life advice. Oh, boy.
Or just maybe if you don't have anything specific, something you might tell a young bull rider.
Yeah.
Like Ty here.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is like have a plan for whatever you're doing, and then just go to work and revisit that plan and make amendments if you need to. But it really is as much as just like figuring out what you want out of life. I think so many people go through life and don't ever have like a dream or a plan or a goal or anything else. It's like, go ahead, set your goals, figure out whatever plan it is that you need to get to that goal, and then just go work your butt off. Amend the list when you need to, and just go make it happen. Because at the end of the day, my dream life and somebody else's might look wildly different. You might be caught up in the middle of, chasing 9 PRCA gold buckles, and life throws a curveball at you, and you want to go pursue something else. So just at the end of the day, I think it's all on us to like figure out what our dream life looks like and go chase it. And I don't think people even think about what their dream life looks like, much less make an actionable plan to go make it happen.
Yeah. Dang. That's cool. Thank you guys for listening. You guys all check out Rock and Roll Denim. Watch Sage this May, sitting second in the world, and headed to second or third PBR World Finals?
Third
PBR World Finals. Yeah.
I guess fourth if you count the 2017 one.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for buckle number 8.
Yeah.
Gold buckle number 8.
Yeah.
Does Montana make those too?
Good. Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Yeah, yeah. Cool. We're on to the next one, everybody. Pow, pow. Hey, old son, this podcast is brought to you by Texas Precious Metals. That's right. Dale Brisby loves him some gold and silver, and I get it from Texas Precious Metals. TexMetals.com. TEXmetals.com. They've even got these coins. PRCA, UFC, Cody Webster, and a Rodeo time coin coming soon, available on TexMetals.com. That's just where I like to get my gold and silver, old son. And if you do too, go to TexMetals.com.